5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
And back, time for game number 2 here between 5 anchors, no captain this time around. Used to have a captain, and there were 4 anchors, but now it's 5. Cool story that, but they're up against OG, the big old juggernaut here who won game number 1, quite a convincing fashion with a pretty good draft to boot. We'll see whether they can do it again, or whether they can find a Thompson hero that actually has a place in the game, because that Arc Warden was a little bit too slow for them in the last one. Clockwork first pick.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
You're flexible enough, right? You can run them as a 3, you can run them as a 4. So, and yeah, I mean, it kind of stops you from wanting to pick Tinker if you're OG most of the time.
At least it's a good hero against Tinkers. That's nice.
Yeah.
But already OG picks Rubik, which is one of the nicer supports against him, because you have the lift, so even if you get cogged, you have ways of at least delaying your death.
Yep. The Elder Titan as well. Not quite as good against the Clockwork, can't really get any of his spells off. At least not the Stomp. If you call inside the Clockwork cogs, but speaking of Clockwork tricks, the Shadow Fiend coming in, so you can get these extra souls, only 12. Not more than that here, because that's been nerfed in that regard, but still it turns it into a relatively easy right-clicking game, regardless. Yep. Alright, no worries. But the Avengers were pretty strong out of the carry position if you have this right-clicky mid here that you can buff up then in the later parts of the game. Not really picked up as the one solo core or like solo right-click dealer, damage dealer in the later game. But lifesteal taken away as well. I wonder if they worry about this Elder Titan at all.
10 seconds remaining.
Because with the Gen banned out, OG went for that as the second pick, and it's also one of these heroes that can really catch you off guard, that can amplify the damage output of your entire team so much with the natural order, on top of the Rubik null field. So I would imagine OG wanting to maybe go for some sort of spellcasters going forward to try and take advantage of that.
10 seconds remaining.
Especially against heroes that are rather squishy, like the Shadow Fiend.
5 seconds remaining.
Unless he itemizes heavily into stats. So, something to keep in mind is also take away the Omni Knight. So, out of the offlane, it would not be available for 5 anchors to counter that out somewhat with repel strats. Welcome back. OG, I mean, you all have a lot of magic amplification from the Elder Titan and the Rubiks. What are you looking for now? Do you go back for the Centaur here as your offlane?
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Yeah. Plenty of options here. They're taking the time to think through that. For 5 anchors... Oh. Fuck, there it is. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, yeah. How do you respond to that? I mean, Disruptor is still in the pool. Wouldn't hate that here up against OG now.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick.
Yeah. Yep. Right. A lot of single target from that.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yep. So this is a carry pick now. What would you like to see? Something like super strong, late gamey, like Terrorblade? Yeah, that's the other good question. Ooh. Yeah. I mean, gets annoying for pretty much any hero in mid, but in this game in particular, you don't really have the classic heroes that can match that kind of aggression. Like Rubik doesn't necessarily want to babysit mid, doesn't really have good tools to make that easy. And Elder Titan, yeah, sure, you can kind of sit there for a little bit, but it's kind of underwhelming compared to something like Bane or the Clockwork.
Radiant team pick.
Oh. Alright, you mentioned that last game, and now it's coming out in game number 2. They were taking all of their reserve time really to think about that and make sure, yeah, okay, this is the game for it. Okay. Is that a safe lane DK now, or offlane, or are you thinking about running that mid against the Visage?
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Yep.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yep. Well, last ban coming out. Kinda hard to find a hero here if you're not 100% sure what OG is even doing. But it's probably gonna have to be a carry, some sort of carry ban, right? Yeah. Yeah. Could they pick Gyro themselves? I mean, you do have the flag cannon as well against the Visage. And all the other AoE also affecting them, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Well, certainly thinking about what they want to.
Team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick.
Legion Commander.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Choose your hero. Seconds remaining.
don't think it's a huge outdraft or anything. I definitely think 5 Anchors can execute and win this one for sure.
Yep. They certainly have to if they want to stay alive in the series. Even if they lose, though, they will be dropping down to the lower bracket and not completely out of the qualifiers just yet. As we're just getting started here with the EU bracket of the DAC 2018 qualifiers.
S4 has the fancy puck ultra rare set, I believe, from the last chest. Just want to point that out. Those hats are important.
Curious cold spell. Figured that he'd be the one to have this orb on his head with the dream call.
Eh?
Apparently not. Doesn't want to look back, just wants to look forward.
Solution and S4 is sitting in an interesting position here. I wonder what the plan is. They don't really have kill heroes. I guess they wanna like
S4?
man up and try to get the rune.
S4 revealing himself, but yeah, with this many heroes showing from 5 Anchors, there's no way they can stick around. They're just trying to be a little bit confusing, like showing the puck in the safe lane. But then they also saw the troll, so it's not really worked out in the end.
Yeah, I think too that like when they stand like that, if 5 Anchors only move a hero there, for example SF or the offlaner, they will be able to get the rune, which is, you know, it's a nice addition. What is S4 doing?
Getting hits a bunch. Is he pulling the mid creep wave? He's tried to. I don't really know.
What is this new meta strategy? I would like to think why he think that was like... Because he obviously does it because he has a reasoning why it's beneficial for him in lane, but I wanna know what it is.
Either that or just derped for the sake of it. It's certainly not really helping him in terms of lane equilibrium. He's still able to kind of fix it.
Yeah,
but what's even more interesting though is this no-tail Visage on the offlane here, aggressively together with Jerax, up against the safe lane Shadow Fiend. I mean, talk to me about this one a little bit. I
mean, they obviously want the Visage against Shadow Fiend. Actually, never mind. They did not.
Do they? Tipping mid instead. No-tail taken over there.
I think they maybe predicted that SF would be mid and they want the puck against Shadow Fiend. But 5 Anchors, they kind of juked him a little bit, so now he's on the back foot since they had to use both of their TPs to get the lanes as they wanted.
Yeah. It's a little bit weird here with this many heroes that can go mid on one side. I mean, normally you see the mid lane being the most stable and like the most... Like, hey, we send this hero mid and he's gonna stay mid, and we see the musical lanes from the side lanes. But none of this game apparently for OG.
Nope.
Yeah. Alright. Which lane do you see the first blood happening? Because they're all gonna be on top of each other.
Very hard. I would imagine mid is not really gonna be any kills. Both of them are extremely tanky heroes, just by the nature of themselves, so either offlane or any of the offlanes, but this might be a game where kills won't happen for a while. Yep. Neither side has any like really aggressive heroes.
Yeah. And that's one hero oversteps his bounds, perhaps. But until then, it's gonna be some farming lanes here. Everyone trying to get themselves ahead. I mean, this Legion Commander though, off to a good start. Trixie almost level 4 now. We'll get it with if he can secure a couple of knights here. Oh,
that looks. Yeah. Jerax is hitting hard. Yeah, he's
hitting very hard here. Okay. He tanks a few razors, but still gets the kill and out of that situation. Yeah, that's 4 though. Running into Oxia. Not all that the Clockwork can do though at this point if the orb is still available.
And I do believe what Jerax is doing here is that he's starting at the Dire's Ancient Camp. You can see that he's stacked a lot on their side. Then he just runs the Spirit through these camps. And then while the Spirit is doing that, you're running down to their camps or like to the lane camp. So when you receive your Spirit, it runs through a couple of lane creeps or even maybe a hero, and then you get approximately a crap ton of damage and you bonk Bane on the head.
Is that the technical term?
Bonk, yes, that is.
Bonk.
Scientific
I mean, you get
term.
yeah, 6 damage per creep, but that's a lot of creeps.
Yeah, as you
Might
can
see
see,
him do
there's
it right now.
a lot of stacks here. And that's gonna be very nice for, I guess, Troll is gonna farm it with Puck or something like this.
Yeah. It's gonna stack the double, but gets unlucky. This one Thunderhide bugs out, so he won't get an ancient stack. Unfortunate. These kind of stacks also in a position where they can't really be contested easily. Normally for 5 anchors you have like the Legion Commander who can be through those with the overwhelming odds build. But it's kind of on the other side of the map, so you probably won't see that.
Pex is fighting with Jerax, and here comes the damage for Jerax.
Ooh. There's also Nightmare available.
Die though.
Delaying that, a couple extra right clicks. Yeah, Pex also hitting quite hard by himself, especially with the Clockwork also coming in. Okay, the pushback, actually dropping down to the low ground. He's just walking by the bruises, walking by these ogres.
Oh great, Stomp.
Wants to just buy more time. Yeah, does have the Tranquil Boots too, so he's gonna start to heal up at the same time. Legion Commander is the one who's actually dropping up top, and damn. It's a misplay there from Clockwork. Should have just tried to run him down with the battery assault, I guess.
Yeah, that's a rough one for sure.
Oof.
Felt like they were gonna get a freebie, but no. Jerax says not this time.
Yeah. And this is the creep sleep change in action here, making sure that he can make the decision.
Yeah, they
Drops
killed
him
him
mid.
here.
Alright.
Comes the Spirit.
He's pretty damn tanky. No Tail does not have a single point in soul assumption. He's trying. But he's being juked down towards the trees, goes for a stomp. Bane unable to burst him down with another brain sap, so they don't get the kill, but they also don't get punished for it, really.
No, and yeah. It is this innate tankiness of Dragon Knight. So damn hard to kill.
Him feed on bottom. Look at him, just having a lot of troubles up against this Puck. Being right click down even though he's a level ahead.
Yeah.
Damn.
Puck is a hero that can put on a lot of pressure on SF. But it's you need to be very good at Puck, because SF can easily, like, if you screw up, SF just raises you a couple of times and you're very low HP. But if played like very well, you can do a lot to mess with SF, and obviously Puck is one of S4's, if not the best hero for him.
Pexu with the Invis rune. S4 put his bottle on the ground here for Rubik to pick up, so Pexu was almost in position to even snipe that. That would have been hilarious, but for now there's a double raise and the rain sap. He was not expecting that extra hero. So very quick kill here for 5 anchors, so putting themselves on the board, fly, tipping back up top. So Resolution's also kind of dropping low. They're trading punches here between the Troll and the Legion.
A nice little boost in gold there to get the kill for sure.
Yeah. What's Clockwork doing? I can maybe even get a kill here. Rubik though not the easiest to keep locked down unless he's already used his lift. They do see him there. Thinks he's hidden, but he's not. One of these trees has been taken down, so yeah, they're pinging it out. He's gonna go, trying to go for the duel here, the lift out. He needs to eat his way through the cogs and they'll find it. Should take the first duel. Victory here, even though the blind's trying to come through. The Resolution is dropping super low. Trixie with the extra movement speed trying to run him down, but unable to finish the job. You're unwilling to dive under the tower. Let's make his way out, but he has to walk all the way back to base.
Topson has managed to kill No Tail's bird. Are they like somewhere else?
I don't know, I don't see them right now. Bottom? No, it's just a catapult.
And this will allow him to get some ship damage on the mid tower, which is very welcome. That's what you want to. You want this tower to die early as DK, so you can start rotating on the map.
Normally see either that or just straight up rotating, getting a kill on the side lane and picking away at one of those towers instead, but right now it's gonna get some extra space. This Dragon Form just expired though, so no more easy tower pushing for him for a while. Base is completing now in Resolution. Fully regioned up now.
Yep, He's gonna go for the SMY. I thought maybe he's gonna go for a Battle Fury since there's so many stacks that Jerax is making for him.
Going Trixie here, does have the heals coming through, overwhelming odds, turning this around here, and, well, Trixie not quite alone, Shadow Fiend just ends up dying.
Jerax solo kill him!
What the hell was that?
That is a lot of damage from
Plus
the Spirit.
255? What the hell was that?
Then was like, why is Jerax running on me? Is he stupid? And then he got 3 hit.
Oh my god. Just caught a glimpse of that, he was plus 255, but now Jerax might actually be in trouble. Oxia helping out Thompson, but he's the one dropping down as No-Tail gets his burst resummoned, stunned up. Follow-up there from Paxi, more TPs coming through into this middle lane, but it's very hard to eat through this maxed out Gravekeeper's Cloak. I mean, this game, it was super quiet for the longest time, then it's just kills in 3 different places.
No line.
Not really doing me any favors as the camera person.
And yeah...
Keep chewing away at the star. Also gonna get some of these birds, or trying to at the very least. Thompson down to half health. Being lifted back. But No-Tail, okay, that's a nightmare. Just try and keep him alive to the raise. Stomped. Finds the Bane. Jerax again does have 126 extra damage. Gonna look to try and put it to the test here for Paxu. He also has to be careful not to be bursted down himself, so it's No-Tail and Fly just grab the kill from the high ground instead.
That was a lot of trades back and forth, and finally someone dies.
Yeah.
That ends up to be Paxu.
Well, overall, OG coming out slightly ahead of all of these exchanges, but Goldcraft not really in a crazy amount in anyone's favor. I mean, Resolution is slightly ahead of everybody else, but the 3 cores on the side of the Radiant still in a decent position.
Yeah, and the
S4 back to Soman bottom lane.
The game is quite even, however. But it is starting. It's starting to become more and more in OG's favor. But maybe 5 anchors can. Nice start to.
Jerax caught out on bottom. Now, can he do something with that? Is the question. S4 still hanging around, making sure that the creep wave isn't really gonna survive for all that long. So there's tier 1 in the bottom lane, only slightly pressured. Thompson still camping this middle lane. Like, at what point do you say, hey, screw this mid tower, or No-Tail just defending it too well, and when you start to group up with the rest of the team regardless?
Yeah, he might. Yeah, exactly. He might want to stop trying to do this and go for a side lane tower. But
top lane Resolution. This is a really good catch. Paxu and Oxia, they were smoked up, walking up the high ground to fight the Nightmare. No Fiend's Group just yet, but with the Clockwork in the middle, no need for that.
Yeah, very, very nice pickup for them to get a big core hero. And now they're going on
Jerax again. 4 points up in Dragon's Blood, so he's not going to be 3 hit by Jerax despite that crazy amount of extra damage that he's got. Trixie though, it's a bit of a different story. Almost finished that one up. Nice little drop downs here, making sure the Thompson can get that Dragon Tail off.
Fly is also here. One blood.
Trixie's so low. Gets himself up now with Thompson lifted up into the air, burst down by a couple of spells. He's trying to finish up Jerax, but can't quite get it. At that point, already committed.
Whoops, this
Trixie will drop down, and well, Fly even stole the Giant Breathe Fire level 3. Pretty good.
It's a nice spell. There.
Can he turn us around here? I mean, there's a hookshot available on Clockwork.
I mean, yeah, this looks like OG feels like they might be pressured here and they're just taking it easy. They are meanwhile pushing the bottom tower, and Resolution is just farming away, so... Because she wants to go in mid now. Leave. Nope.
Kind of been hanging around this middle lane for a while, just make sure that... Oh god, Jared caught out again by this Clockwork. Hookshot still available, but if he had the mana for it. Few stick charges to work with, but with Fly also in the vicinity, he cannot actually make a kill out of that. Up in the top lane we see Nymphy and Paxu, the trading tier 1 towers down bottom. Resolution was the one claiming one there, and again, I can't help but feel that at some point in this middle lane it's gonna be like the bloodbath.
Yeah, both teams wants the mid 1 tower. Tier 1.
Yeah.
But we saw just recently the classical tier 1 safe lane towers exchange happens so often currently in Pro Dota, where you just change both carries just move to the other side of the map and you get each other's tier 1 tower. Solution is gonna start killing this stack now. He doesn't have any AoE or so, but he's going for it.
It's gonna take him a while. It's also taking quite a bit of damage here once this blind from the Axis wears off.
The miss chance.
They also have Fly helping out with the Fate Bolt. Yeah.
Miss chance and the Fate Bolt is very nice for this.
Yep. It's a lot of money. Surging ahead in terms of net worth here, closing in on the 6k mark. Going straight for the silver edge now, but looks of it here, not turning that into Sanjin Yasha.
That is kind of a scary silver edge. On the I guess it's kind of for DK, so they're gonna be able to burst his DK very nicely because it does remove his passive Dragon Blood.
Yeah. It's basically a better Desolator up against DK, right? Taking away 12 armor in the 10 health region, but now let's try and bait him out perhaps a little bit. He has the rest of 5 anchors, they're all smoked up. They want Blowtail, they want to try and bring him down. Lead off with the hookshot, Paxos there, Red with the Fiend Script, and that should be enough. He still gets a few spells off. Somehow he's alive for much longer than I thought he would, but they get that kill. Demphy will be the trade though with big damage from the Earth Splitter, and now the Fiend Script stolen from Fly. Returning this round Dobson, but there's a duel coming through. It is OG who are dropping more and more heroes, but it's not gonna be enough damage to actually finish the kill on Fly. Clockwork also super low. Resolution joining this fight is the thing that made the difference. Sim and his 4 together secure themselves another couple of kills. 4 for 2 trade in the end. Duel just ending, not leading into anything else, but damn, that Earth Splitter turnaround.
Yeah, extremely well placed Earth Splitter, and also very good job by S4 to be able to just get out of the fight again and then have another winning Rift Illusion Orb jump ready with the Blink Dagger, and yeah, that was basically what turned the fight into their favor. I just want to point out, it looks like S4 has a freaking DD all the time. This is worse than the Spirit Breaker set.
It really does, doesn't it? Oh man.
Muglan's value.
Pay to win, etc. Top lane, no tail, just look at how obnoxious he is, just running people down with a grave chill. But 3 hits around him again. They find hookshot here past the Siege Grave. Nemphy's there with a couple of raises. Is that gonna be enough though? With the duel now, maybe in the end. Oh, took them a while, but to finally get the duel win on top of that. But now it's only S4 this time responding. So
Resolution is here though.
We'll be able to dodge that. Nemphy though, super low. He's gonna get the kill, isn't he? He is with the axes, chasing him down.
It's a Shadow Blade. Just got it delivered.
They want more. There it is. Sounds right away in pack soon, looking for that bash. Doesn't quite find it just yet, but with the storm, with the burst damage from S4. It's gonna go one by one. Trixie dragged back by the Earth Splitter. Such a good positioning again, and Thompson last man standing from his team after the triple kill for Resolution. Is gonna turn it into an ultra kill if S4 wasn't taking that away from him. Gonna be some angry voices in team chat, I'm sure, right about now.
And that was a fight with with Arcane Rune on pack. That was like, he's just allowed to put out so much more damage than otherwise.
Yeah.
So I'm sure OG was very happy with taking that fight.
Oh yeah. Now OG, they still have that Troll Warlocking so many kills for himself. He's just surging more and more ahead, and that's the point where a hero like this, like, how do you actually deal with him? If he's so strong, if he's killing you so.
Oh, Jerox is being caught here.
Yeah, a little shot here. Brought down with the overwhelming odds. There's another duel available, but the rest of OG are there, ready to fight with the storm slowing them down. Paxo with a brains upon high jump, but Resolution once again the one to get the first kill of this exchange.
Go till bottom, he's sniffing up Nymphy. Oh, Michael skills.
Can he solo kill? He does not have his birds with him right now. So the answer is no.
Damage from the race, but
nice little stomp there as well from the Centaur taking over. Bane, the one dropping down super low. Now the Shrine is used, but they have the Fiend Script still from Fly. They're looking for Nymphy and they're gonna get him too. And maybe more. Thompson. Ah, that sleep. It actually catches him on the edge. Fly is there with the brief fire stone, so plenty of extra burst. Snap back on that ultimate. It's 1 by 1. It won't stop coming, these skills.
Yeah, and I mean, that looked to be nothing, which ended up in 3 kills for OG, because I was like, no, they're not gonna be able to get this SF. He doesn't have his birds or anything.
Yep.
But in the end, I mean, they get the kill on DK and SF. OG is just ready for whenever, like, no-tail, he probably calls it out. Guys, SF is here. Maybe he didn't have a TP, I'm not sure. But yeah, his team is there, they're moving towards him instantly, and they're able to catch a lot.
Yep. Alright, 5 anchors, they keep trying. Is that the right thing to do? Just keep smoking up, keep trying to find these kills. I mean, you have the Clockwork, you have the Legion Commander, it seems like that's what they're drafted for, right?
But we can see 5 anchors, they're just trying over and over again, because they're feeling a little bit... Oh, actually,
this is the big one. If they can finish it here, the duel is ready to follow up after that.
He's there!
After that, but yeah, rest of OG is their resolution. Just turning things around. That's 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead. Didn't even break a sweat. He's down to 2/3 of his health points.
Yeah, and I actually thought for a second, oh, this troll is alone, but I don't know if OG sniffs it out. Like, they just have that kind of map awareness or whatever, but the entire team is just showing up at the perfect time.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of alone for like 3-4 seconds, but 5 anchors that don't really have the damage to do any sort of significant, anything of significance with that. Right? Resolution is just too tanky for that at this point.
And S4, he did go for Kaya, which is not a common puck item really, we don't see it ever, but I do love it with the null field, bonus magic damage, and the Earth Spirit. Elder Titan, of course, not Earth Spirit. But that's a lot of bonus magic damage. So,
well, get the team fight, they get a Roshan, they get a tier 1 tower, and they won't stop at that. With the Aegis in hand, they can feel very comfortable, or very confident as well, just go for more than 1 lane, even the birds, plus another catapult, working away at the tier 2 mid.
yeah.
What do you think about this Visage build, by the way? I mean, didn't go for that medallion. Trixie, is he in trouble? He might be with the call coming through. SOG thinking about the Ice Splitter coming through. Doesn't quite catch anybody though. Oxia, oh god, look at this damage from the birds. Bringing it up down on the high ground here. They burst him down. Meanwhile, down below, they find another stomp on the tops and slip granted. Oh, nice Phoenix from the high ground here. Stolen though, once again onto Shadow Fiend. They need more damage. No-Tail is happy to provide. They're all dropping like flies. Duel coming through. Are they gonna almost ending in a win for OG. They're all super low this time, but well, everyone. Light Anchors almost killed all of them, but as I always say, almost doesn't get you anything in Dota. They're still gonna take your lives, and they're still gonna take your racks.
Actually 1 hit away on 3 heroes. Yeah. Calculated is OG says as they're taking the tier 3 tower.
Yeah. See it again in the duel, super close. Bit of a lag spike, but I'm back.
Yeah, this Visage build, this Helm of Dominator, I've seen it quite a bit. It seems to be the norm of Visage spammers. I don't really know any Visage spammers, but the Visage mids I've seen ever since Helm of Dominator became popular again seems to be the item choice. And I mean, it kind of makes sense. You have this burst, and then you have maybe a Centaur stun or whatever, and you just lock them down for even longer.
Yeah.
And the HP region, you know, that HP region on the Helm of Dominator is so amazing to have one on the team.
Also, the attack speed, I mean, familiars have good attack speed regardless, but it's also helping out.
And it helps in, like, having one Helm of Dominator in your team is just amazing in any game.
Oh yeah. Alright, OG still have that Aegis for another 2 minutes even. The rest of them smoked up behind Resolution as they're looking towards this tier 2 in the bottom. The last outer tier tower standing here for 5 anchors who are in a bit of a rough spot to say the least. 15k behind. They And they have heroes that rely on being the ones ahead. Like Nymphy and the Shadow Fiend, like what are you gonna do? You have Blink, you have BKB. It's not really damage output that he provides.
He did just finish up his BKB, and OG, they have this insane amount of spell damage. So maybe this BKB can be a turning point for them. I don't see it happening, but if anything, BKBs are definitely gonna be helping.
Yeah. Just a stopgap though, I feel like. Because how are they gonna kill OG unless they find them solo? Alright, Elder Titan could be a good one, but again, OG, the rest of the team never far away. They're gonna get that kill. The Fiends could run a high ground to Rubik this time, so no way for him to steal it for the time being. They're gonna be able to get the 2 kills. Alright, 2 for the trade.
Message?
Can they find more? Ooh, the Lincoln Sphere keeping them alive here against that nightmare attempt. The birds also get away. So hey, that's a good start. Find the supports, try and burst them down. Or losing a clockwork for it.
The big thing is, I do believe they saw S4 top, and then they just instantly went on the OG heroes in their own Radiant jungle. So, yep. Well done by Fankers to still find opportunities to kind of claw back into the game.
Well, need a few more of that. Kind of stop the bleeding with it. The gold graph petering out here at this 15-16k mark. Can make it happen. I mean, 20 dual damage, it's not the worst thing in the world, obviously, but ideally you want more if you're Legion Commander.
You do, for sure, but I have a little bit of a dog issue. I'm gonna mute the mic for 30 seconds.
Yep, down bottom, Thompson, they find him. Resolution super low, but again, that age is in the hand. It's about to expire anyway. There it is, ready to heal him up. Get another freebie as Thompson just very aggressively pushing that out. Meanwhile, Hookshot mid here to counter-initiate as Friction gets gone, just straight up TPing out or trying to anyway to sleep. Hits on 3 with the Earth Splitter. Jarex with the big plays and the big damage. Resolution taken over. Quick dual win for Fly. Plus 14. Almost as much as Legion Commander proper. So 3 heroes down overall. Paxu is also gonna be added to that list. Nymphy last man standing because he's not part of that at all. He's still pushing top. Gonna get that tier 2, but his base is going to be in peril. He's not gonna lose one set. They're gonna lose more than one set of racks here. That was a big team fight in mid. Triple Storm from Jarex into triple Earth Splitter. And that is GG. It's called 2-0. Here's the scoreline for this best of 3. OG off to a good start in this qualifiers.
5 anchors, they have been looking... They've been doing well in some they've been winning some open qualifiers, and they haven't been looking bad at all. But OG